stations in Africa. On the line, I'm joined by Stéphan, the founder of T Stands for Difference, a remarkable non-profit organization dedicated to making a significant impact in the lives of disadvantaged children in South Africa. For nearly 2 decades, D4D has been harnessing the power of sport to raise funds for various children's charities, including Kingdom Kids, Sylvia's House, and Doka Foster Home, among others, through exciting events like the Gratitude Run, the 524 hours cycling, and speeding. Stéphan is on the line. Stéphan, good afternoon and welcome to Bush Radio.
Yeah, thank you very much, and thank you for hosting us. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. How's your Friday going?
As well as it can go. Lots to be thankful for.
Lekker. So now, what inspired you to start D Stands for Difference, D4D?
No, listen, I just want to clarify, I'm speaking to Thomas?
Yes,
right?
Yes.
Thomas, all right. Listen, years ago, almost 20 years ago, as you said, I think all the listeners will remember the Asian tsunami that happened on 26 December 24. And those scenes of devastation just rocked me. And, we were sitting here quite cozy in South Africa, and I was quite I was in my young 30s then, early 30s, and I thought just like, what can we do to have an impact, to make a difference in the lives of people around us that is in need. And as we all know, in South Africa, we have big needs as well, and people, that is in need. And I just realized I can do something, and I started running. I was never really an athlete, but I said to a few of my friends and colleagues and family members, listen, I'm going to run 1,000 Ks this year in 2005. Sponsor me for every kilometer I do. And in the end of that year, we raised 25,000 Rand, and we could help a homeless man. And we got involved with a few foster homes and children's homes, and we bought them presents for Christmas and all of that. And there it all just started. After that, other sports or athletes joined me, and we started this organization called Business for Difference, and now 20 years later we've raised close to 13 million Rand, with which we could make a real visible impact on the lives of children in need. Our focus really shifted mainly solely to children in need and vulnerable children in our communities. And I believe we've made quite an impact over the last 20 years.
Interesting. Can you share more about the specific impact the D4D has had on the children's charities you support?
There are so many children growing up without, a solid foundation, without a mother and a father, without the ability just to have a decent meal at least once a day, without the, privilege to go to school, even to have a great education, to wear school clothes, and to have all that they need to get them through their educational phase. And I believe we've made an impact in all of those areas, where we through the sporting events and through mobilizing athletes to raise these funds, we could supply in the needs of children that otherwise could not have had a decent meal or a good education. And I think there's many examples in the charities that we have supported over the years, where we now see children that has grown up and is making an impact themselves in the lives of others around them.
And you've raised funds for various children's charities. I understand they include Kingdom Kids, Sylvia's House, and Doka Foster Home, among others, just to mention a few. So how do you select these charities and organizations that benefit from the funds raised?
So Thomas, that's very important for us. When we are, I believe we are a fundraiser for these children's organizations. I always say it's angels working for them, and they have a very specific job to focus on the children, the people that work with these children, but they lack the ability often to raise funds for what they are doing, and that's where we come in. We're a bunch of people that like to organize events and get people going, and then we raise these funds. And what we then do is children's organizations will approach us. There's a link on our website, and they will tell us what their needs are, how they are governed. And then we will, as a board of directors, consider these applications. We will also go out and do a visit to these children's charities and make sure that there is a real need. So we want to make sure that the money goes to the right places and will be, managed correctly. And then we decide, okay, let's help them with a once-off amount, or let's help them with over a few months with a monthly amount to help them with the needs that they will have.
Interesting. And now let's talk about the gratitude run. What has been the response to the gratitude run over the years?
Yeah, the gratitude run is a very special event for us. I think the name says it all. We all have so much to be thankful for. Many of us are, very privileged to have a job and to have health. And this is a giving back event where we just, invite everybody that can walk and run to come join us on the day. All the entry fees, everything, all the profit of the event goes directly back to these children's organizations. And over the years, we hosted our first one in 2016, and we do it every second year. The response has been amazing. The growth has been amazing over the years as well, and we hope to reach new heights in 2024.
Now, I want you to explain how the 5-kilometer fun run or walk differs from the 10-kilometer trail run and the team relay in terms of participant experience.
Yeah, so all the routes are beautiful. It's on Dornier Wines, just outside Stellenbosch, the wine farm there. And 5K is really set up as a family get-together event where the entire family can come and either walk or have a light run on relatively flat farm roads, on the farm at Dornier. And that's really a family event. The 10K trail run is it's called the connoisseur that really loves running in the mountains. It's one of the most beautiful trail running routes that I've ever experienced. It's beautiful vistas, views, and it's very varied in terms of, what you experience around you. There's single trail, there's running through some wooded areas, open areas, and just something for the trail runner to come and enjoy. And even for those that want to try it as a first off, have never done trail running before, come and join us. You will not be sorry. It's a bit more hilly, of course. It goes into the mountain itself, but it is really up for anybody that have a love for running and for nature to come and enjoy.
Now, Stéphan, I understand this has been part of your life for the past 20 years. What challenges have you faced in organizing these fundraising events?
Yeah, Thomas, it's always a challenge. Over the years, just to find a suitable venue and for, to have people that own these wine farms, these event venues, to open their hearts to us, it's always a challenge. There is always the balance that these wine farms and venues needs to keep between, giving and to be commercially viable. So every year it is a challenge, and this year we are just so thankful to the crowd at Dornier Wines that opened their hearts to us and to, that made available the venue for us. So that's always one of the biggest challenges. Then secondly, these events are well-organized events that needs to jump through a number of hoops, either with the city of Cape Town or with Stellenbosch municipality. And you need to almost fill in a thesis of about 100 pages to get permission to host these events. There's so much that must be in place in terms of, example, parking or the safety aspect, the medical aspect. All of that needs to be in place and well thought through before you can get, approval for these events. So it's always a challenge to get all of that in and to get it all done. But, over the years, we've learned how it's done and it is a little bit easier these days. But so that's a challenge. And then lastly, just to get people to come and join. I think the calendars are quite busy. There's so many events, there's so many fundraisers. But yeah, we always, I think we're proud of the fact that we put together excellent events that's really enjoyable, with a great spirit, where the community of all creeds and races can come together and just take hands and through their sport make a difference in the lives of our vulnerable children.
And what advice would you give to first-time participants in the gratitude run?
You know, if you come there with a heart of just enjoying the day, you know, with others that doesn't look that different from you, perhaps, or that is very much different from you, you know, just come with the right heart, with a heart of gratitude to have an enjoyable day. It's not about getting a medal or getting, you know, first place, and we have all of that as well. But it is to get together after another tough year, early in November, to just say, listen, we've got a lot to be thankful for. And yes, maybe this 10K or this relay run or the 5K is going to be a little bit of a challenge for me. But, you know, while I'm being challenged, I'm going to think of the challenges our vulnerable children in South Africa, you know, goes through. And I know that my entry has made a difference in the lives of one or two of those children. If you have that kind of spirit, it's not about you. It's about getting together and making a difference. Then you're going to have an extremely enjoyable day on the 2nd of November.
And are there any new initiatives or events on the horizon for the D4D?
Yes, yeah. So every year we have one of these major fundraiser events. This year it's the Gratitude Run. Next year, October, it will again be the 500, which is a 24-hour, 500-kilometer endurance ride for cyclists on roads and on gravel roads. And at the same time, we have a 24-hour spinning event where we get spinning bikes, and there's 24 classes throughout the 24 hours. So that's going to happen in October. And then we've got our third sort of fundraiser is Swim for Hope, where we get individual swimmers to set up campaigns and to swim distances for, you know, for fundraising purposes. So all of that detail, you can read about that on our website, on our annual report that is available on our website as well. Also about all the beneficiaries that we've been helping over the years. If you want more information, just check us out on www.d4dsa.co.za. And maybe I can just mention as well that tickets for the Gratitude Run, they're selling fast. We also have a limit on the total number that we can sell. So grab your tickets quickly. And for Bush Radio listeners, we're making available free tickets at a 50% discount if you use the code Bush Radio. One word, Bush Radio, capital letters. You can get a 50% discount on booking your tickets in any of the free events that we will have, the 10K, the 5K, and the free kilometer 4-hour 5-team member relay run, which is also a very exciting part of the event. And we really invite communities, families, organizations to enter teams to come and take part in this relay event. That one starts at 7:30 and it will go on for 4 hours until 11:30. And then the 10K, that starts at 7 o'clock, and the 5K at 8 o'clock. And registration opens from 6 in the morning.
If people want to get more of this, people want to assist more, where do they find you on social media?
Yes, so we are available on Instagram. You can just look for distance, the number 4, and the word difference, distance for difference. We're on Facebook at D4DSA. Our website address is www.d4dsa.co.za, and you can email us at distance, the number 4, difference @gmail.com.
Thank you so much for coming through, and all the best, yeah?
Thank you, and thank you for the opportunity, Thomas, and have a lovely, lovely Friday, and may the Boks win tomorrow.
All right. Still tuning into Bush Radio 89.5 FM, the mother of community radio station.